Alright, so welcome back to What Gear Reviews, and today I'm doing another camera comparison, compare and contrast video. This time it's the OnePlus 5 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, which is my new phone. I just signed up for a contract with EE for 2 years, signing my life away. But I did it for a good reason, and if you're wondering why, check out that video I posted before this one or after this one, which will explain that. But anyway, today we're going to be testing the cameras on both, front and back, also video quality on both, stabilization, and all the kind of stuff you want to see when you're comparing these two phones in terms of camera quality. So let's get started. The OnePlus 5 has a massive 16 megapixel f2.0 front-facing shooter with 20mm glass and electric image stabilization. It can shoot 1080p and it supports auto HDR. On the rear it has dual cameras, one being 16 megapixel f1.7 and the other 20 megapixel f2.6. These support 1.6 times optical zoom and electronic image stabilization. Also, it has a super powerful dual LED flash. The Note 8 has an 8 megapixel f1.7 front shooter with roughly a 1/4 inch sensor. This front facer can shoot 1440p at 30 frames a second, which is really impressive, and like the OnePlus, it also supports auto HDR. On the rear it also has a dual camera setup, both being 12 megapixels, one being an f1.7 and the other being f2.4. Both have optical image stabilization, which makes it very different from the OnePlus. The Note also comes with an awesome dual LED flash. So here is the first photo shot in portrait. The first thing I notice here is that the OnePlus delivers a slightly darker photo, but possibly more detailed. If you compare the fur on the dog, you'll see what I mean. However, the Note 8 seems to be bringing out deeper colors. Now, I'm not here to dictate to you that one is better than the other. Instead, I want to know what you think. So which one won this one? Alright, this is a front camera video test, stabilization. Which one is performing better right now? Because it's hard for me to tell while I'm filming this. I'm going to take a couple more photos and test the focus speeds on this, and then I'm going to flip it around again and do a rear facing video test for you guys. But anyway, this part here, let me know which one's performing better on these front facing videos. Alright, this is the rear facing video camera test. I'm walking, the ground's pretty unstable here, it's unlevel, so you can see a lot of wobble, but which one's handling it better? I'm just going to pan across now so you can see which one does a better job of smoothing out those wobbles. So here is quite literally a landscape photo shot on the Note. Now pay particular attention to the detail in the clouds and the colours and the patterns on the ground. Here's the same photo taken on the OnePlus 5. Again, a slightly darker photo, but is it more detailed? So what do you think? Which one shot a better landscape photo? Now here's a really close range shot. The colours and the details on the Note picture is amazing, and it focused super fast without me even having to touch the screen. The OnePlus pic is also very impressive. However, I did have to touch the screen to get it to focus. But anyway, which one looks better and why? Alright, it's the rear facing focus test. Let's see which one of these phones can focus more quickly as I move close to this tree. Also, take a look at the colours as well. What's the colour difference? And which one's picking up more detail? Both of them focus really quickly. I'm really impressed with both of these. So I decided to take this photo in quite a shaded part of the woods to see which one performs better in lower light. Now pay attention to the leaves next to the dog, and also the colours on the dog's face and the amount of light on the trees to the right hand side. It does seem like the Note picks up more details in low light. But forget what I think. Which one do you reckon won this one? So here's another well lit shot. Side by side you can see the difference in the details in the clouds, and also take a look at the colour difference, particularly in the trees to the right hand side of the photo. Now I'm not sure on this one. They both look good to me, but what do you think? Alright, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to sort of show you guys how these cameras differ in their sort of layout on the phone. So you can see there on the OnePlus, you've got that front facing camera there, top left corner, really flush to the screen, nice location for me, I think it's good. And then on the back, you've got the two cameras set up here, the dual cameras. But one little thing that's been bothering me about this phone while I've been using it is the fact that it kind of protrudes at the back a little bit. So I'm always very conscious of whether I'm putting this down on a hard surface or a surface that it can be scratched on. But apart from that, it's really good. The flash is super powerful. If you're using that for a torch, it works amazingly well. I do like the design of this phone, and the way it's built is just fantastic. But anyway, now let's look at the Note 8 and how it differs. So this is the Galaxy Note 8, and you can see the difference here. The camera is actually located in the top right corner as opposed to the top left on the OnePlus 5. And then on the back, you do have the dual cameras. But what makes this really, really cool is the fact that they're super flush to the actual phone itself. So even when you put this on a surface, not that likely to scratch that bezel around it, hopefully. It is possible, but I don't suffer that same problem of worrying about putting this down on a table or a scratchy surface where it could get all scuffed up. That's really cool. The other thing about these two rear cameras are both of them have optical stabilization, which makes this, I think, the first phone with dual camera optical stabilization on both lenses. Anyway, the design's amazing. It's just a massive phone. Really fantastic. Super impressed with it so far. Alright, so now you've seen how the cameras more or less compare, and I'm going to do a sound test for you guys now so you can see how the mics compare, because it's super important if you're filming videos on your phone that they sound good as well. So I'm going to test it out right now with the dog. It's over there. You want a stick? Tell him. Hey, wait. Tell him. Tell him. Wait. Tell him. Tell him. Ah, jeez. So here's the last photo, and I wanted to test these cameras against a strong backlight. It's really hard to tell once again. I would have to say, purely based off the amount of light coming through the trees on the right hand side and the details in the clouds, I think the OnePlus may have just edged this one out. Alright, so that's it for this What Gear review on the camera comparison, compare and contrast video on the OnePlus 5 versus the Galaxy Note 8. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm going to take one last photo for you guys, and I just want to say it's a big thumbs up to you guys for following the What Gear channel. You know, I'm not as big as some of these other guys out there, and I don't get these phones for free, and I actually have to go out there and get them myself. So if I could get a subscribe for that, I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't be late, and yeah, have a look at what I'm looking at now, see which one looks better. So that's it for this What Gear camera comparison test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really interested to see what your opinions are, and I will be replying to all your comments and questions. So feel free to chime in and let me know what you think. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and you will be one of the finest subscribers known to man. And I'll see you guys in the next one, so don't be late. Cool content coming out soon, something really different I've never really done before. It's a Jaguar video. Actually, I'm going to be driving the car and doing a 7-day video log and then a review at the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. That's coming soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't be late.